And I'm getting older and weaker and dumber every day and slower.
That's not true. If only TayeDiggs could see himself like we see him. We are catching up with the strong and smart actor, and we've got the stories that define the week on People in 10. I'm Andrea Belke, bringing you everything you need to know about pop culture right now. We've got 10 minutes, so let's dive right in with the first 5. We start with Hilaria and Alec Baldwin's newest addition. Welcome, little Lucia.
There's a new Baldwin baby. Hilaria and Alec Baldwin welcomed their 6th child. We did confirm with the source that they actually did have the baby via a surrogate.
Hilaria first shared the baby news on Monday with this Instagram photo taken by Alec.
This was a pretty big surprise for fans because Hilaria had just delivered a baby herself in September, a baby boy named Eduardo. And the family had indicated that they were probably done after 5 kids. So this came as a pretty big surprise.
Baby Lucia joins Eduardo and her 4 other older siblings, 7-year-old Carmen, 5-year-old Rafael, 4-year-old Leonardo, and 2-year-old Romeo. Alec also shared the happy news on his Instagram, but he caught some backlash about adding to the Baldwin brood.
Fans started asking whether the baby was born via surrogate. And they also started criticizing the family for a variety of things, having too many kids, using their kids for clickbait on social media. And Alec being Alec, he didn't take that sitting down, and he went ahead and told one fan to shut the bleep up and mind their own business.
Now onto the Instagrams you've been loving this week. We got a rare photo of BritneySpears and her 2 teenage boys this week as Brit reminisced about how time flies. And in a post that all parents can relate to, Amy Schumer showed off her messy kitchen while joking about how she and her husband Chris are doing just fine during the pandemic.
We were worried not having childcare, but we're actually doing really well.
We sympathize with you, Amy. We do. And Dolly Parton got a dose of her own medicine this week.
Vaccine, 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 vaccine.
Yes, Dolly finally got the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine, the one she helped fund. And she had a message for those who are scared to get the shot.
Don't be such a chicken squat. Get out there and get shot.
Now onto our first look at Oprah Winfrey's exclusive with Harry and Meghan, airing this Sunday.
Were you silent or were you silenced? Almost unsurvivable. Sounds like there was a breaking point. You've said some pretty shocking things here.
Oprah promises no subject is off limits in the candid interview, in which Harry also reflects on his mother, Princess Diana.
Harry talks about how he's relieved he has his wife to talk with because he can't begin to imagine what it was like for his mother to go through this process by herself.
My biggest concern was history repeating itself.
We know he didn't want his wife Meghan or his son Archie to experience what his mother did, and in many ways what he himself experienced growing up in the spotlight.
And royal watchers noticed a special nod to Diana during the sit-down.
Meghan is wearing a bracelet that belonged to Diana, the same bracelet that was used to help craft her engagement ring. People has learned that the couple wanted Meghan to wear it during the interview so Diana could be with them.
People's 2021 Women Changing the World have been revealed. And our cover honoree is Vanessa Bryant. She's opening up about the devastating loss of her husband, basketball great Kobe Bryant, and their 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, in January 2020. In an exclusive interview, Vanessa tells People that her grief is not linear, and her journey through heartache means both good and very bad days. No matter what, she says Kobe and Gianna motivate her to keep going and to try to always find the light in the darkness. She says she wants to make them and all her daughters proud. In them, she finds strength, and every day they help her smile through the pain. Vanessa adds that the Mamba mentality Kobe displayed on the court is the same Mamba mentality that she applies as a mother and in all that she does. 2020 was a difficult year for many, but these women also stepped up to help change the world.
I knew that I had to do something more than a post.
I was just like, how do I help?
It's not enough to talk about what needs to be done. You've got the responsibility to try and do it.
One of our women changing the world is Camila Cabello, who turned 24 on Wednesday and is already making a difference with her Healing Justice Project, which helps activists with their mental health. She, along with activist Gabriela Rodriguez, explained why it's so crucial.
This is like that intersection of healing on your own so that you can help like heal the community. And when you're feeling a burnout, it's really hard to function and to show up for other people.
It's awesome to be able to say, look, I need you to take a moment and I need you to step back.
Meanwhile, Sofia Vergara teamed up with Kiva to distribute microloans to struggling small businesses, many of which are female-led.
We're trying to make women, independent and to be able to have their own things, that they produce their own money so that they can change their lives and their family's life. You have to find like a support system because you can't do it alone.
And StaceyAbrams is one of the leading voices on the importance of voting rights in America. She tells us why every voter matters.
Protecting democracy is a constant and permanent responsibility, because until voter suppression is vanquished, it is our responsibility to fight to make sure that every vote counts and that every voter has the opportunity to participate.
And for even more strong and powerful women changing the world, pick up this week's People on Newsstands Friday. Now, let's move on to some screen time. I am here now with TayeDiggs, who is currently starring in the hit CW show All American. This Sunday, he's showcasing his hosting skills to honor the best in TV and film as the host of the 26th annual Critics' Choice Awards. All right, for these final 5 minutes of the show, I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. For question number 1, you have to give me 1 answer. For question number 2, you have to give me 2 answers, and so on. Let's get started. First up, you were famously part of the original cast of Rent, and recently said it's the gift that keeps on giving. Now, I'm sure there's a ton of good memories surrounding that show, but I have to ask, what is your one favorite memory from your time starring in Rent?
We had a sold-out show first week, and Al Pacino was sitting on the floor in the aisle. There were so many seats that he couldn't even get a seat. It was a really special moment because I'd never been a part of something where other celebrities were coming to see something I was a part of. So that was one of my first moments where I was kind of stung with excitement.
Yeah, imagine that would make you nervous.
Yeah. Well, it was a type of show where we could work through the nerves because it was such a high energy show, and we were so young, we didn't know any better. It was cool. It was something that really bonded us together. The music still hits me.
525,600 minutes.
Apparently, it still hits everybody else, so it's something very special.
Well, we're all spending more time at home right now than ever before, which must have given you some quality time with your son, Walker. What are 2 fun things you've done with Walker while being stuck at home?
We wrestle, like for real.
What do you like best about your personality?
My competitiveness.
He's quite the athlete, and he's getting bigger and stronger every day, and I'm getting older and weaker and dumber every day and slower.
That's not true.
But it makes for some really fun wrestling and slap boxing matches. He's a writer. He writes now. He writes this poetry, and he's gonna get so upset that I told you this. But we talk about his poetry, which is cool because I liken it to children's books that I write. So we can literally talk with each other as artists, which is really, really cool. Really, really cool.
I'm not surprised he's talented with you and Idina Menzel as parents.
I gotta say, he's the best of both worlds. You know what I mean? We're constantly, seeing each other in him. We have a great relationship, and we just giggle at how amazing this young man is turning out to be.
One of the shows that's become super popular right now is All American, your show. People are binging it like crazy. Season 3 is currently airing. So what are 3 things you can tease about the rest of the season?
Football. There's gonna be some football games. There's gonna be emotions. There's gonna be a lot of change, a lot of adjustment to change this season. We set up life, we set up relationships the first 2 seasons. Now everything's gonna be turned on its head.
For the record, I am not dating anyone.
No, I didn't. I'm not dating either.
Oh, no?
I saw you recently did an interview where you talked about dating and dating apps. Would you ever join a dating app?
No. Probably not. I probably won't go through with it. There's nothing wrong with it. I should try it. I'd try it. In life, whenever I say I'm not gonna do something, those are the times when I should actually dare myself.
Top 3 things you look for in a partner.
Sense of humor is huge, and I need someone to keep me in line. Strength, kind strength. Someone who can whip me into shape a little bit. That won't take my stuff.
Well, in addition to All American, you've been in some of the biggest TV shows in the last 15 years. From Private Practice and Empire to The Good Wife and Will and Grace. But let's flip this. What are 4 TV shows or movies that you've watched and you thought, I wish I was in that?
Modern Family. I love that show. Felicity. I love that show.
Oh yeah.
Felicity. With Felicity, I was like, I could be on that. I want to be the black dude on that show. The Matrix. That would have been cool to do some kung fu with Lawrence Fishburne. John Wick would have been cool.
Do you watch Bridgerton? I feel like you would get down with some Bridgerton.
I feel like I'd bring the worth down because they're all British, and only if I could play like an obnoxious American dude.
List 5 things that viewers can expect to see at this year's Critics' Choice Awards.
People's homes, celebrities' homes, more of my talent. You'll probably see some nerves, and you hear it first, unicorns.
I'm actually pretty gullible, but there's no way you can incorporate unicorns in that show. Taye, thank you so much for joining us. Everyone, make sure you watch new episodes of All American Mondays on the CW. And don't forget to watch the Critics' Choice Awards, hosted by Taye, this Sunday, also on the CW. All right, time's up. See you next Thursday.